Hey, thank you everybody. Welcome back to Nights of Halloween here with Rockin' Boxes. Guys, I have a spectacular with so far great last night. Adam Marcus, Tribulation Studios and Rockin' Boxes presents.
Thank you everybody.
One, two.
To Nights of Halloween.
Oh my gosh. Gonna go over here for 1 second and there we go. That's okay. These are the things that happen on the internet. Please welcome my special guest this week, guys. This evening, sorry. Johnny Alonzo. How are you doing?
I'm fine, man. It's good to be on the show finally. Nice to see you, Sean.
It's great to see you, Johnny. It's great. And man, oh man, we got a little bit of something special going to happen in a little bit. And, we're really excited to have you on. And thank you so much for your time. We know that you're in Atlanta right now, and you're on a movie shoot. And can you talk a little bit about it?
Well, yeah. I'm actually in the producer's callback for a couple of projects. But this past week, I shot on a new Western picture that I'll be picking up again in the spring due to weather changes and stuff. It's a movie called Bill Tillman and the Outlaws, and I play a really, really cool character. My character's name is Big Joe, and if you know me, I'm kind of a small guy. I'm only 5'8", so playing Big Joe is kind of a cool character name, I guess. Next to my father, Old Joe, and then I have my brother, Little Joe, and Little Joe is about 7'5". It's just funny. It's a good character. And it's based around 1910, and I love doing period piece films because you get to almost walk back or set back in time, and you get to do the whole wardrobe change, and you have to watch your language and your approach to your acting. So it's just a lot more fun. Character acting is a lot more fun.
Oh, that's awesome. And what's the weather like today in Atlanta?
It's beautiful. I mean, I love the fall weather on the East Coast. I'm originally from the East Coast, so I yearn for it when we're on the West. Right now in California, around the Los Angeles and even San Diego area, it's around 105 degrees from the winds coming in from the desert from the east. So I'm happy to be on the East Coast right now.
That's awesome. So, yeah, doing research on you, man, 67 credits to your name. Geez, you've been on Dawson's Creek, you've been on One Tree Hill, Gotham. And you have many movies. Rules of Engagement. What was that like, man? Tell us a little bit about that.
And that was a fun gig. I got to read for William Friedkin, from The Exorcist. So I remember doing the audition, and he was. I was like, whatever, man. Everybody's talking so highly of this guy. Meanwhile, it's The Exorcist director, and I nailed it. And now, out of 400 or 500 people that read for the film, I booked that role. So I get on set with Sam Jackson. It's all about timing, and I get William Friedkin says, okay, let's do it half speed. And Sam Jackson comes up to me and he's like, all right, we're going to do this lightly. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I really didn't have any problems with it. And then they said action. And I do it, and I'm doing it my way. And Friedkin comes up to me yelling at me. He's like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean what am I doing? He's like, I want you to give it to me the way you gave it to me at the audition. Do it right. So it freaked me out. Whatever. So he got ready, action, and I Sam Jackson. I give it to him. I'm giving him all these, the great lines. And Friedkin goes, that was perfect. Let's do it one more time. And then Sam Jackson comes up to me and Samuel says, hey man, that was really good, but do me a favor. This time around, don't spit on. I got I think it was the one they used, and I spit on Sam Jackson's uniform, and I think I'm one of the only people in America or in the world that's actually had to spit on Samuel L. Jackson and live to tell about it. So it's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man.
I think Samuel L. Jackson lives in Toronto. I don't know, because he loves doing movies in Toronto for some reason. I don't know. He's like,
he might. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
He might have a house up there.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about some of your projects. Okay, so you know, you worked on a movie called Coffin 1, and we have a little bit of a special thing going on halfway through this. So let's talk about Coffin, and you're here to promote Coffin 2. So let's talk about your character, and let's give a little bit of backstory of Coffin.
Yeah, Coffin. We shot that about 6 years ago in Los Angeles. I auditioned Trick, one of those in the film, character in the film. Oh, did we freeze?
No, we're good. We're good, brother. I can hear you.
Okay, man. As long as you can hear and see me, then we're okay.
Yeah. No, we're fine. We're fine. You're good.
Perfect. So yeah, like I said, I'm like one of the driving characters in the film, and Trick is he's almost like an illusionist. He's the puppet master in the film, and in both films really, and he gets his high off of playing these games. I mean, you know, holding people for hostage and for ransom. So, I mean, he's a complex character. Trick is a definite show-off.
He's a definite show-off. Yeah, and so anyway, I was just wondering, you know, with Coffin, you know, there's this whole element of surprise in the movie, and they talk about, you know, the guy, you know, the jail scene and all that. You know, just, you know, give us something juicy that, I mean, give us really something juicy about the movie that I don't know, people can go and whenever they're like watching, is there this element of surprise in the whole thing that, oh my God, this guy, you know, he's got this girl trapped and that kind of thing. I got a fly around me here.
Yeah, well, you know, let me tell you, if you want to talk about Coffin, like a 30-second plug, yeah, I mean, if you're into like that whole, wow, I didn't really see that. There are a lot of twists, and there are a hell of a lot more in Coffin too, and it's not what you expect. I mean, that's the thing about Trick, my character too.
Yeah,
there's a lot more to Trick that meets the eye than that meets the eye, and he's extremely intelligent, if I should say so myself. Trick is he's a fun character, man, and the Coffin franchise is doing very well, and we were very lucky, actually, almost 6 years ago, and do Coffin 2 just last year, because we were able to build a world. These viewers and these fans, like I said, they kept asking Artist View Entertainment, who was distributing the film, when we're going to be doing a part 2, because we kind of left everything. So we really built an army of Coffin fans, which has been great. Droves of email, green light to do Coffin 2. We blasted the fact that we were going to be doing Coffin 2, and we got so much of a great response from like all over the world, asking when it's going to be out, and national distribution on Redbox, and you can't even get it anywhere, man. It's like it's always sold out, which is a great thing. I wish Redbox got more. But now they'll learn for Coffin 3, have a lot more DVDs. But like I said, we've been very fortunate with the franchise. We're anticipating once Coffin 2 hits iTunes, all the other platforms and all the foreign territories, which we already have covered, for it to be extremely already successful now. Redbox has been it's been an asset. It's been a great way to distribute the film. You know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Johnny, you know what got you into acting, and who was your inspiration, brother? I mean, you know what? You've been working, since 1992, I'm going to say? Something?
Yeah, 1892, man. I've been doing it forever. Yeah. Us vampires, man. We live a long life. What got me into acting, man, was I used to be in a band. I'm still a musician. I used to be in a band, and we were really young when we were touring the country. I mean, we were very young. I think I was like 17 when I was on the road, and my brother was 15. I mean, we were like in this amazing band, and we were signed, and we were touring, and everything was great. You know, we came out with 2 albums, and we were all over the country in all the college radio stations, and we kind of made a mark for ourselves for a while, and then and the girlfriends broke up the band. So that was, you know, that story. So that was the end of that. And I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. I was always an entertainer. Right. I was always in the music or the lively arts. So I got into NYU, and I decided to take some acting classes, and I minored in acting, and I just fell in love with it. So I finished up with my international trade and foreign business, and graduated from the ACTOR Studio. And my first audition right out of NYU, I nailed, and that was the 64 episodes on All My Children as Susan Lucci's nephew, Seth. So it's been all downhill since then.
Yeah, and you know, I'll tell you something, man. It's really amazing how you're such a diverse actor in everything that you've done, and all the credits. You're always working on something, and you know, I find it amazing. So with that, do you ever find it like hard when you go from set and place to place? Have you ever taken a line from one area of a script and then went to another and then like kind of messed it up and went, oh no, what am I doing, kind of thing?
Actually, I did it on One Tree Hill. That's the same character, but I mean, I had several episodes recurring. Yeah. So I remember, I shot in Wilmington, North Carolina. So I remember studying my script on the plane back to Wilmington, and I got on the set, and it was the same set that I did my previous episode, and I had a mental breakdown or something, but I kept reciting lines from my other episode, which was hysterical because I was almost answering myself with the questions I was supposed to be giving. Thankfully, they understood. They said, "Yeah, it happens all the time," but that's never happened to me before, so it was kind of a shock. But I mean, I have a hard time remembering things I read 10 minutes ago, and I was reciting stuff that I did on my last episode on One Tree Hill from like 3 weeks ago. So it has happened. It doesn't happen that much when you are in tune with the character, especially for films. Tend to submerge yourself in concrete, and those are your lines for the hour, as I like to say. It's a lot different memorizing a film script versus a TV script. Also, there's a timing difference with television. You're only allotted a certain amount of time to get that emotion and point across, because you only have 57 or 56 minutes to play, you know? And the whole show's not about you. So you have to find a way to develop your character and have your lines precisely the way it's supposed to be for TV timing and for TV answers. Film, you have a lot more time where you can emote, you can pregnant pause, you can try to get your viewers to watch you and soak up your emotion. Television, you got to be a little more precise, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You also have another project that we kind of talked about behind the scenes and whatnot. Anyway, yeah. What Death Leaves Behind. Can you just give us a little bit about it? I know you can't really talk too much about it, but can you give us a little bit?
Yeah. What Death Leaves Behind. Great film. We shot that in Philadelphia about a year and a half ago, and Khalil McMillan's one of the lead actors. Plays an amazing character in this film. Vincent Young from 90210, and God, so many other projects since Beverly Hills. He as well stars in the project. Two strong driving leads, and I play a really cool character in this film. I can't say much about it, but I play a really bad man, and yeah, it's fun. It was fun changing gears with this one, because I really got to go over the top with my scene partner, Aaron O'Brien, who just finished up a project in New York with Richard Grieco. But yeah, she's a talented actress, and I loved working with her. I mean, we look like we're the coolest looking, like, rock and roll couple on the planet. Oh, no question. Aaron O'Brien and I, man, and we really gave it to each other. I mean, when you see this film, it's a very dark and twisted, it's like psychotic psycho thriller, and it's not scary in the sense of like shock horror. It's scary like this could possibly happen. It's really cool, man. You'll dig it.
I'm really looking forward to checking that out when it comes out, because man, oh man, from what I saw in some of the previews and some of the stuff that you've done, oh my gosh, dude, you draw people in, and you have that screen presence, and
thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. So I'm going to ask you, out of all of the TV documentaries that you've done, you've got like True Crime, the Aphrodite Jones, Nightmare Next Door, Deadly Affairs. I'm reading off a couple here. Haunting, House of Horrors. What was your favorite?
Jeez, have I done that?
Really interesting. Sorry.
Have I done that many?
Yeah, you've done quite a few. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let me start from the top. My favorite really was A Haunting, Hidden Terror.
Okay.
Not because I was the lead, because those crime stories, a lot of the stuff's covered with narration. If you watch a lot of those shows, fortunately, all the episodes I've ever done was all memorized dialogue. A lot of those shows, though, tend to have, you kind of improv, and then you have narration on top. I love The Haunting, the original Haunting, because that's when they still did like full-blown 1-hour episodes, and it was like super strong and extremely it was almost like film writing. And I got to shoot that with New Dominion Pictures down in Virginia Beach. That was it was a great set. It was a lot of fun. And after that, True Crime, with Aphrodite Jones. That was played with beat characters, and that one I got to study a lot. They gave me a lot of read over from my character. So I had a lot of background history, and I got to watch a lot of video and work with my mannerisms the way he was. I'm a lefty, so the guy was right-handed, so I had to do everything right-handed. And it was a fun show,
Yeah, no, cool. So I was just also going to ask you, so what was it like working on Gotham? I mean, everybody loves Gotham, and just talk a little bit about it, and then I've got 5 questions for you, and then we got a surprise.
Yeah, Gotham. We shot that in Steiner Studios in Brooklyn, and very fortunate to book that contract. The Iceberg Lounge with Sir Penguin. That was it was something else, man. It was something else working with Robin Lord Taylor. Wonderful character actor, extremely sharp, extremely talented. I was lucky. Like I told you earlier in this interview, I'm a musician at heart. Yeah. I'm a musician, and they weren't just looking for an actor. They're an actor that could actually play guitar or bass,
right.
And was a fluent, to sing and all that jazz. And that's me. I'm a musician first before now. So, but they wanted someone that could also perform as an actor. So there, and of course, I think I'm going to be the only one that shows up with this talent. And there are like 9,000 Johnny Alonzos that just kept going down the door. But I have this approach to auditioning that has been working for me. So I just leave casting a bloody mess, man. I go in and I kind of take over. And I was lucky to book that character Kaz, because I got to not just on set, but I got to record the songs with the band in the studio. What a payday. It was cool, man.
It's so awesome. I've been following. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Johnny.
No, I was just gonna say, once again, like the character Trick or Gotham or What Death Leaves Behind. You'll see later. wear and the way they're dressed and the way they have makeup and certain attitudes apply, it's character acting, and that's what I loved about those types of characters, because it's not, I mean, it is me, but it's, you know, they're like, oh, they just hire you for your looks. Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, but
yeah.
Go on, like, you know, pink hair, and they do your eyeliner, and, you know, they really put you into a focus, or you wear that bag mask that, like, Trick has, then it really all comes into effect. What comes into effect is your acting. And I really got to act with the bass. That was part of my uniform, you know, on Gotham. I got to play the bass, so that's part of my character. And that was like, it's an instrument, it's a tool that you can use, and I like stuff like that.
Yeah, no, you know what? Like I said, I've been following you on Facebook, and you know, for a while now, and I love those shots of you playing the guitar on the beach, on wherever it is. You know what? I'm so drawn to you, man. You're one of those cool cats. You know, you are very talented. You are very talented, I gotta say.
Well, thanks a lot, man. You know, I'm sure my ex-girlfriends would beg to differ, but
oh yeah. Well, you know what? Those ex-girlfriends aren't on, and you're on. So
this is true. Thank you, Paisan.
Okay, no problem, brother. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, your dislikes, your likes, etc. And then we got a surprise for you. So anyway, my first question, and if there's anybody out there, please, you guys, a lot of people are just talking to one another, and so please, if you want to ask Johnny any questions, I'll get to them. Don't worry. But my first question to you, Johnny, is what do you do in your spare time?
I try to sleep. No, you know what I like to do in my spare time, really? I like to play guitar, and I like to find me time. You know, acting really is a 24/7 gig. Even when you're not on set things and pick up things from other people, I like to study people. I like going to like farmers markets and just watch people as I'm walking, and you know, they might think I'm creeping on them, but you know what, man, I'm really studying mannerisms, and I've learned, you know, I've learned to use a lot of that in my audition technique. And person, you know, I like to like listen to different kinds of music, you know, stuff that I just wouldn't normally listen to. I like working on motorcycles. I'm a gearhead. I mean, I got a Jeep that I like to wrench all the time. Actually, it needs wrenching all the time. I like to surf. I like to skate. I'm a huge snowboarder. Yeah, big snowboarder fan too, man. And yeah, dude, I know.
I thought us Canadians only did that, bro.
Nah, dude, are you kidding me? I'll go round for round with you guys, round for round.
Bro, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm serious, man. Yeah, I've got a few videos on YouTube with my GoPro and my Burton snowboard. Yeah, dude. No, you know, I like I said, I like my downtime, but my downtime is really still studying. And you know, an actor has to be a sponge. They just got to soak up everything. And you know, I like spending time with people when I can, and learning, you know, certain things about them, and channeling in.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah. I mean, you know, you got to be a people person in this business. But like I said, beyond the business, I mean, I'm a very quiet person, believe it or not. You know, I'm very reserved. I'm very, you know, I'm very introverted. You know, acting. This is all front, man. You know, well, not all of it, but you know what I mean. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I got you. Do you like pickles?
I do.
You like pickles?
yeah, I like pickles. Sure, why not? You know.
All right, right on. Hey, you know what? Got to break the ice. We're having a blast here tonight. I don't know. I think I'm having some issues. I'm not too sure.
Look at you.
I don't know what's going on.
High elevation?
I think so, brother. You know, hey. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Oh God. Okay, here we go. People that have to sway when they're standing,
Oh.
You know, stand still. Stand still. Why do you have to sway? I cannot stand that. That drives me nuts, man. You know, it's called standing in place. It's not called swaying in place. Fucking don't move, man. God, it drives me nuts. You know, these what else? It's kind of a light petty thing, but I mean, you know, people like that have to always correct you when they say, "Oh, it's your, not your." I'm like, listen, man, come on, man, you get what I'm saying? Come on, man. Yeah. But no, you know, but that's not really a pet peeve. No, the swaying thing that drives me nuts. That drives me nuts.
All right. So he
about it.
He doesn't like the swears and the swingers. All right.
It depends on what time of night, though, I guess.
Oh, there you go, buddy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
Here, man. By the way, so do you speak any other languages?
Yes, I speak Spanish and Italian.
Ah,
and my English is getting pretty good too.
I see that. I can see that. You're doing a really awesome job. Let me tell you. And this comes from one of the viewers. The viewer is just asking. This guy is an amazing guy, by the way. He loves horror movies. He always does horror reviews, and his name is Phil's Creepy Videos. He's from here in London, Ontario. He asks, Johnny, what's your favorite horror movie? Did you catch that, Johnny?
No, say it again.
That's okay. There's a guy. His name is Phil's Creepy Videos, and he's from London, Ontario, and asks, "What's your favorite horror movie?"
Oh wow! Right on. Thanks for the question. Offend the Children of the Corn.
Oh, Malachi.
Yeah. Malachi, a great character. He used to freak me out when I was a kid. Annabelle, something a little more, you know, modern day.
Yeah.
You know, the franchise. What did I just see recently that really knocked my socks off? I'll have to go back to it, but The Exorcist. I mean, that's a great movie. You know, it gets under my skin. Oh
yeah, we were talking about that with Adam Marcus last night, man. I'm telling you, that guy. Oh wow.
Yeah, man.
Goes to hell, and
yeah.
You know, we were talking about how the face just gets you. You know, when Reagan's face.
It's gross, man. Yeah, I mean, I can picture. How about that crab walk? That's the thing that always just that gives me nightmares. So movies like that, man. But you know what, man? I also like horror films that are more like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just a little more, you know, more psychosis, a little more thriller. You know, you have to think things out, man. Not just always just blood and gore. You know, that's why The Exorcist always kind of creeped me out too, because I mean that could happen, and I mean there was a lot of stuff that was happening, but it really just gets to you because you think maybe mentally this could really happen. You know, Silent Hill was kind of cool. That was another movie I just saw recently.
Absolutely, Silent Hill was great, man. It was. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
One other quick question, and then your surprise, I think, is well, hang on. You're gonna hang on. Do you like bacon?
Do I like bacon? What kind of viewers do you have out there, man? Yeah. Sure, I guess so. Yeah. Yes, I like bacon. There you go.
Oh, that's awesome. So you know what? That was my quick thing. I'm just going to go through here, and you know, thanks everybody for asking the questions. And yours truly is starting to fade out. I'm starting to get a little messy over here. So what we're going to do now is, you know what? We're going to do Twister Online.
Oh
Sonny,
yeah.
Are you ready for Twister Online?
Are you? I mean, you got blood coming out of your eye.
You know what? While I've been nibbling on these lady fingers, so
lovely,
so good. Oh, buddy, I'm telling you, man. It's Halloween. How can you not like Halloween? How about Halloween the movie? Are you happy? Are you excited to see the new John Carpenter? By the way,
of course.
Get John on the show too.
Really? Really? Was sending my regards. That's badass.
Oh, hey. Oh my gosh, look who's here. Oh, he's quiet all of a sudden. Okay. Hey, Kipp Tribble,
What's
everybody.
up, guys?
No way. We were just talking about you. Just kidding.
How cool is this?
No, you weren't. I was watching. You weren't talking about me. Liar. You liar.
I was about to. How are you, Kipp?
Good, man. What's up?
Hey.
Not much, man.
Where are you at right now?
Anna.
What's going on?
Okay, Lana.
All right,
Nice.
so please welcome to the show, Kipp Tribble, guys. Kipp is from the movies Coffin 1, Coffin 2, the director, producer. Guys, welcome, Kipp. Hey, Kipp, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much, man. I love your backdrop there, Sean. That looks awesome.
How about my face? Does it match?
It does a little. Yeah, I see that now. That looks pretty awesome. I feel kind of ashamed now that I didn't do better. Awesome.
It's all good. You know, we were talking behind the scenes, Kipp, and all we were doing, and we were like, Johnny's going to be on. We got to bring it. So anyway, we all worked it out, and I'm glad you're here. Thanks a lot for showing up. Anyway, so we were discussing.
Absolutely. Glad to do it.
Yeah. No. Thanks for coming on. So we were talking about Coffin 1 and Coffin 2. So
yeah.
Can you hear me well? You guys hear me?
You're going in and out a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Of course. That's the whole thing about the internet. I got somebody just keep knifing me while I'm sitting here. So I wanted to know, Kipp, you've got 16 credits to your name, and what's your most memorable project? You've got so many. There's one that caught my eye was Bachelor Party Massacre.
Yeah, man, that was a trip. That one was the quickest shoot I've ever had. We shot that thing in 5 days, man. It was a ride. It was fun. Took a truckload of people up from LA up to the mountains near Big Bear, and we shot that thing in and out in less than 5 days.
Wow,
a lot of fun.
Wow,
Yeah, that takes me back. That's like 12 years ago, I think, something like that.
Oh wow, that's awesome. And by the way, we have a girl named Elena. Elena joined us here. She says, "Hello, Kipp. How you doing?"
Hello.
And so anyway, anybody's asking any questions about Kipp or Johnny Alonzo, please do so. So with you guys both working on the Coffin movies, did you have any problems with Mr. Alonzo here?
Wow, that is a loaded question.
Lie.
No. Honestly, really, the only problem is coordinating schedules. Everyone's scheduled to get together. That's probably the only issue. Everybody's so busy. That's the only problem I've ever had. Is when can you in? You know, that you give this much time out of your schedule, and that's when we're going to do it. That's it, really.
Right on. So while you were here,
thank you.
Course, Johnny was saying, "Oh my God, I'm really losing. I'm fading here, boys." Johnny was saying about Coffin 3, and it was just announced. Can you give us anything? People are asking, man. The masses want to know.
Man, I can give you very, very little because there's a lot of development, a lot of discussion going on right now.
Yeah.
I will say there's going to be a lot in this one, and we're going to be spreading out to more than just horror and thriller. We're going to be spreading out genre-wise a little bit more. We're not going to go comedy direction, but we're going to step in a few more genres to kind of take this third one up a notch. And I'm not going to say send the series out with a bang because I'm not sure we're going to end it with 3.
Ah, so there's more on the go. That's awesome, brother.
Well, I didn't say that. I said I'm not sure.
Yeah. you can't quote him. You can't quote him on that.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm sorry. On these fit lady finger, you guys got to get these. They're so good. So good.
Wow.
No. Yeah.
I know you guys were like, "Oh my God, I didn't expect this tonight from Sean Rockin' Boxes."
This guy is out of his mind.
Yeah.
Actually, can you cast me in something? Can you? Is there something I can do in a movie for you? Or something?
You're very castable. Definitely.
We can cast you. We can cast you in a fire.
There you go.
So, recently, I had John Duggan from Texas Chainsaw Massacre on, and Grandpa and whatnot. So I wanted to know, Kipp, what was your take on losing Tobe Hooper this year? And we're losing people left, right, and center. So even Johnny chime in on this as well. I mean, I know everybody's getting older, but you guys are like the upcoming, and of course, we don't want to see people pass away and whatnot. But what's your take? How do you feel about all of this? And how did you take?
Man, yeah, like you said, it's obviously difficult, to see anyone, whether you were inspired by them or not, pass on. But I think when I see people like that, I'll go back, and it allows me to go back and revisit some of the work that they've done. Maybe learn some new things from that. Kind of study what they did a little bit more. And I think that the new generation, so to speak, that the up and comers, I think there's still so much to be learned from these guys. We've all been inspired by so many of them, and with so many of them passing on, and give an homage to some of them, whether in one film or take some of the things that we learned from them and put a new spin on it for future films, and kind of carry the torch for these guys onto the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I also had another guy on here, Vincent DeSante, who just recently did Never Hike Alone, which was a brilliant movie. I don't know, did you catch it at all?
Have not, no.
No, not Never Hike Alone. It's Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th. It came out October 13th. It's on YouTube, so you can go check it out. But yeah, it was very well done. And I had Adam Marcus on last night, and he was like, wow, what an incredible guy this Vincent DeSante is. Have you had a chance to see it at all there, Johnny? I know you're really busy.
No, I haven't had a chance, but you sent me a bunch of information. I will take a look at it, though. Definitely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So you gentlemen are here to discuss Coffin 2. Let's promote it. Let's get it out there. Talk a little bit about the trials and tribulations of making 2 compared to 1 there. Kipp, I'm going to throw that at you.
Man, the difficulties of making 2 compared to 1. The long and short of it was, there wasn't a lot of money to spend for the budget. But there were more characters and more storyline to deal with. So you had, not a lot of time, but you had more stories to tell in a shorter amount of time. So that was some of the difficulties in pulling all of that together. It was finding a reason to bring these characters back and to discover what they have done in the past 5 years that have passed since the first one. So that's something, to attack as a writer, and Trick back, and Johnny about this, what would happen when Trick did out of the box, at the end of the fun, and what has he done in these, what happened to Jack Sands, what happened to his wife, Sorbo's character, what happened, to my character, and Derek Wingo's character I presented. Those were the fun things, but also challenging, and to defining what realistically these people would be doing, and then also bringing in a whole slew of new characters into this world. Those are some of the, in a nutshell, some of the challenges that we faced in telling this story.
That's awesome. You spoke a little bit about Wingo, and that's that. As someone was saying, hey, talk about Wingo, Johnny. So, if you working on the project, you know, how was it? How was it for you? And you know, how grueling of a role was it? What playing the character that you did? And sorry, this blood tastes good.
Oh, wait, let me. Yeah, I'll start from the original Coffin. Room to play. I mean, Kipp gave me so much room to play with that character, and Derek, because Derek also co-directed. We really met in the middle. We had the Holy Trinity between us three, and you know, I could go anywhere with him. I mean, there were no. I mean, of course there were boundaries, but I mean, I could really go anywhere with him, and I went in one direction. Kipp tweaked them, Derek tweaked them, and we found Trick. Coffin 2 was a lot more challenging because I didn't get to hide behind that mask. I was using more of my voice and my physical abilities for Trick in the first film because I was covered. And if you haven't seen Coffin 2, you'll see it in the trailer. Trick no longer has the mask on as much, I should say. So I really had to get rid, and I had to act, you know, visually, physically. Yeah, I mean, the challenge. I think one of the challenges, as Kipp said earlier, yeah, we didn't have the budget that we wanted for Coffin 2, but we made it happen, and just working with new blood and new storylines, because we had, like I said, 5 years plus that were in between Coffin and the original and Coffin 2. You had to imagine or what happened between the two films, his character analysis, and kind of make it fit, because when we do get 3 together, this will all come together and collide. It's going to be kind of fun, you know. Oh,
that's so awesome. You know, you guys are wonderful guys. I really do appreciate you guys being on, and me being my silly self right now. You know, I want to ask you both questions. I'll first start with Kipp. Kipp, if you could have worked with anybody as
you're falling apart, man.
Oh, am I breaking up? Oh, I'm falling
apart. You're falling apart.
Oh, no. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I was wondering if there were both. So, question to both you. I'll start with Kipp. If there was anybody you could have worked with growing up as a child actor or whatever, growing up through your, who would it have been? What show would it have been on? You know.
Man, you know, honestly, I was the biggest Lee Majors $6 Million Man fan. So that would have been amazing to have been on that show. I gotta tell you. But I would think, you know, if it was a film director and to work as a child actor for a film director, I mean, it may sound cliche, but man, what an amazing experience it would have been to have been on a Steven Spielberg set as a child actor.
Oh yeah,
totally.
And what is your favorite Spielberg film?
Man.
Sorry.
Ooh, that's a.
I know. That's a loaded one.
That's tough.
That's a tough one because, you know, you got to say Schindler's List is probably his best film, but I don't know if you can say favorite because it's hard to watch, man. You know, that's a tough one to get through over and over. Man, I could go on forever. That's a tough one. I don't know. Right. That's going to have to be for the next time you interview me. I'll come up with an answer for you.
That's fine. I think everybody's last night's was Jaws.
Jaws, man. That's a great one. It's great.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah. How about yourself? How about yourself, Kipp? Pardon me, Johnny. God.
Well, like Kipp said, you know, he had his favorite, you know, $6 Million Man growing up. Mine was Happy Days, so I would have loved to have been on Happy. Come on, guys, yeah, Happy Days. Come on, forget about it. It would have been fun as hell. That would have been my series. Totally, man. That would have been my series. Film-wise, wow. Director, God, I mean, too many to mention. Oh, there is this one director, Kipp Tribble.
Oh, hey, I know
Yeah, yeah. Let me kiss up really quickly. Yeah, yeah. I don't
You're
know.
already cast.
Yeah, I'm already cast. Perfect. When it comes to directors, I don't know, man. I mean, there's so many great ones out there. You know, like Kipp said, I'm just gonna have to default to his answer. Ask him on the next episode.
That's all good.
By the way, happy days. I met Henry Winkler when I first moved to LA many years ago. I met Henry Winkler, and it was amazing. One of the best experiences of my life, man. The Fonz.
Yeah,
it was great.
You know,
the Fonz, man. That's so cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
we had Henry Winkler here in Niagara Falls. He was so amazing with my kids. The guy is phenomenal. Awesome. He's just such a
so nice.
Oh yeah. He was like, no, I don't like that picture. Let's do another one. And then he's like tickling my kids and playing with them.
That's great.
Oh, that's the best.
Awesome. So I want you to promote Coffin 2 and tell everybody out there where they can go get it. And would there ever be a theatrical? I know it's gone to Redbox. It's already on DVD, but just go ahead and tell everybody.
Yeah.
I just gave it away. You know.
Okay. Well, we actually had a short theatrical release in Los Angeles.
Okay.
There might be a short one in New York soon. We're not sure about that. But right now we are nationwide in the U.S. In most Redboxes, but you got to go on the Redbox site, use their app, put in your zip code, and it will tell which box has Coffin 2. And if it's in stock, not a lot of people are finding out it's very popular right now because it's a new release, so it's been rented a lot, and people will go there and be like, "Man, it's out of stock." So you got to check before you go, make sure it's there before you trip out. And then you can also reserve it when it's in, and then you can go and pick it up at Redbox. We don't know how long we're going to be in Redbox. We've been there for a couple of weeks. That's something we don't know. We do know that in January is when we're going to launch. We're looking at probably January 19th right now is being a launch for iTunes, Amazon Prime platform. So that's when everybody's going to be able to get on VD. But for now, you can check it out on Redbox.
Nice. And what do you got? So what do you got coming up, Kipp? What's your next project? Is going to be Coffin?
Aside from Coffin 3 in the works, I've got a found footage film I'm working on. I'm not sure if that's going to happen before Coffin 3 or not. It kind of depends on a few things that hopefully will fall in line here the next couple weeks.
Right on.
Yeah, Kipp, didn't you just?
Oh, sorry. Go, Johnny. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Kipp, when right before the premiere that we had in Beverly Hills, weren't you just working on another project?
Yeah. I was working on a romantic comedy. That one we've been finishing up shooting, and that one I'm not sure when that's going to be released yet because, like I said, we still have some reshoots we got to do. And then aside from the found footage film, I have. You're probably talking about the horror film that I have coming out. We actually moved the release to next year. It's called The Unwilling. It stars Lance Henriksen, Sabina Meyer.
Yeah, that's the one.
Jake
that's
Thomas.
The one we're talking about.
It's really, really good stuff. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. It's really good horror film. Won a lot of awards. David Lipper, who one of the writers and producers on the film, stars in it. He just won Best Actor, and I believe the Edmonton Film Festival up there in Canada. He played. The guy on his name is completely. Lee was on Full House. Viper on Full House. There we go. He was the rocker boyfriend on Full House. Anyway, David Lipper is one of the stars in that. I'm proud of that film that's coming out next year.
Awesome, man.
That's awesome. So I'm going to go to Johnny, and you know what, Johnny, I'm really getting effed up here, brother. You know, Johnny is not only an actor, but he's also an interviewer, and he's done some amazing interviews. Guys, you got to go check him out. He's going to tell you guys where you can find him. He's interviewed the likes of Corey Feldman, Kevin Bacon. Guys, amazing stuff. Go and check out Johnny's stuff. He's got his own channel on YouTube as well. Johnny, talk a little bit about your interviews.
Yeah, I've been working with this show called Click on This, based out of Baltimore. Click on This is it's written and produced by Elena Muscat, very good friend of mine, very talented producer. She works with all the films and all the TV series that run through Maryland. She currently works with House of Cards, and we've had a long stream of luck with Click on This. We've interviewed so many A-listers. Beyond that, we've interviewed tons of people, and I mean, I've met people with Click on This. Click on all of our episodes on clickonthisshow.com. Yeah, Corey Feldman recently, Kevin Bacon recently, who you'll be talking to. Who else? We've interviewed Kipp Tribble. We've interviewed. We were at the Coffin 2 premiere. It was, Click on This it's a great vehicle. For acting is hosting is completely different from acting, and you got to be really quick on your feet when you host, because you got just a limited amount of time and on the red carpet. But it's fun, man. Click on This has been a great show. So clickonthisshow.com. They're also the New Media Web Fest. It's called the Baltimore New Media Web Fest, which is taking place November 4th and 5th, I believe, in Baltimore. It's the first web series fest that they're going to have, and it's an international thing. They have people coming in from all over the world. They had submissions from all over the world as well, and that's going to be cool, man. Flying back in for that, so I look forward to being at the festival.
Yeah, I'm really excited for you, Johnny. I am truly excited. Dude, you are so phenomenal. I am glad that you guys came out to do this. So one quick final, we're gonna get a couple of okay, so one saying best moment in your career, Johnny. Best moment.
Being on the Sean ROCKINBOXES show.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
What a
I don't know. Dude, I don't know, man. I could name points from every project. I mean, one time I had dinner with Katie Holmes. I don't know. That was a cool time, when I was on Dawson's Creek. So, I mean, so many, dude. Really, so many.
That's okay.
Yeah, I can't think of one. Yeah. Kipp?
Kipp?
You got an answer?
Man, I got it. I think mine is when we were working down south on a film. This was a couple years ago. Danny Trejo was one of our stars, and the set. And I was written the script. I was all acting and producing, directing as well. And they're like, "Hey," and wants to meet you in person and chat, because we actually I'd only talked on the phone. We had never met in person when we cast him. And man, it was the greatest moment of all time to knock on the trailer door, and he opens it up, and he's shirtless, and he's got this sombrero right there on his chest. It's just, oh yes, yes. You see that sombrero, Danny Trejo, your entire life, and you get to see it right there, man. It was pretty awesome in person. Yeah, but there's many as well. But that was a cool one.
It's funny because I've been talking with Johnny behind the scenes. Man, dude, I'm really losing it now. I'm a bloody mess. Holy
dude, you gotta take care of that herpes, man. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Really bad.
It just doesn't freaking go away. Is the thing. I was talking with Johnny, and my highlight there's so many things. He mentioned Kevin Bacon. I got to meet Kevin Bacon, and all of the people that are in tonight, they're going to be like, "No, I'm with the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon." But I've met so many great actors. I worked at the Air Canada Center, and I've met some of the big Tom Cruise, and oh my gosh, his wife at the time. Oh my God, Nicole Kidman. But there's so many people in my life that I've gotten to meet over time. But you guys, those stories are really great. So we're gonna end it off. We're gonna end it off by killing everybody right now. So turn around. No, we're not gonna end it off. I just want one more thing from you guys. So everybody, Johnny or Kipp, I'll start with Kipp. Tell everybody where you can find you, and then tell everybody one more time about the movie, whatever you want. Just give everybody a quick. And by the way,
absolutely.
Elena says Wonderful interview with Kipp and Johnny. Love the show, Sean. Love Elena, and she was saying hi to Johnny while you were speaking. So go ahead, Kipp.
Perfect. Follow me on Twitter. It's Tribble. It's at Kipp Tribble. Same thing with Instagram. I'm Kipp Diddy. You can also search me on Kipp Tribble. Same thing. Follow me there. I have anything I'm working on, casting a film, anything like that. I usually always post up on there. So for news or just to connect, please follow me on there. Also, again, Coffin 2 right now nationwide, and it will be released worldwide on VOD in January. Give a shout out as well. Aside from Johnny, myself, we mentioned Sonny Dench Patrick, also in the first one. Wingo is Epperson, he's back. And then the new people we have, Scott Ham, who came on the film. He plays Agent. Robert Mukes, big bad Robert Mukes from House of a Thousand Corpses and Westworld. He's in the film. Desiree Velez, she's in the film. Also in the James Evans, Michelle Martin, and many other people. But proud of these people, proud of what we've done. Go check it out and get ready for Coffin 3.
Oh, I think he froze. Did he freeze? Everybody? Johnny?
Did I freeze?
Sorry, Kipp.
I'm good. I can still hear you.
Can you hear Kipp?
No problem.
Did I lose Kipp?
I don't know.
I can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you too. I don't know. I think we might have lost him. So if he
No, I think
fading.
Oh, he keeps coming in and keeps going out.
I can still hear you guys.
Oh, okay.
there you are. There he is.
Thinking about me. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah,
See, Kipp, I was talking about you earlier. I'm just kidding.
There we go.
All right, I think we're
Bring
right
it
on.
back around.
I couldn't. You were kind of frozen, so I don't know if everybody heard you, but everybody there, just finish off what you were saying. Your final.
I was just running down to the people that were in the cast. You know, you can find the film in Redbox now. It'll be on VOD in January.
Awesome. All right, Johnny.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Johnny.Alonzo. Twitter, Johnny Alonzo. IMDb, Johnny Alonzo. And my website, JohnnyAlonzo.com. I'm excited about Coffin 3. This franchise is it's kicking ass, and I think we have some great things ahead. I mean, Kipp's already kind of mentioned to me a few ideas and how the film's going to open up, and you're in for a surprise, man. This is going to kick your ass. This Coffin 3 is going to be something. I mean, we're taking all the notes that we got from from people, from producers, haters, whoever, and we're putting them all together, and it's gonna stir the machine. We're very excited. But yeah, you can contact me. You can follow me on all those platforms: Instagram, Twitter, IMDb, and of course my website, JohnnyAlonzo.com, and clickonthisshow.com. Don't forget that. So if you guys are in the tri-state area, hang out with me, man. Meet me at the New Media Webfest, November 4th and 5th, and then I fly back to California. So hopefully I'll see you guys on the East.
Yeah, brother, that's so awesome. And I want to ask one thing.
Yeah.
You guys do horror cons? Is there anything coming up, Kipp, that you know of that maybe these guys are going to be out where people could? Do you know of anything in the works? Because I can always.
You know what? Robert Mukes, from House of a Thousand Corpses and Westworld, who's in the film. He does all of those, and I don't know what his upcoming schedule is, but I believe his site is robertmukes.com. You can go on there and check out his schedule. But he's always doing the horror cons and the fan cons.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So from me, like I always say, guys, I want to thank everybody that came in and watched. And I love you guys. Always be good to one another, like I say. That's my thing. I don't have my audio guy to hit the music, but you know what? That's all good. I'm all busted up. I'm going to have to go to the hospital, guys. Man, I feel like Mick Foley or some guys from wrestling right now. the razor blades, whatever. Like, I'm just walking up here. And I love the support that you guys have given me. Rockin' Boxes presents Tribulation Studios. I want to thank Jerry from Tribulation Studios for all of the great things he's been doing with promos.
Yeah, Jerry.
Like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to thank my guest this week's. Rest in peace, Sean. All right. And one final word from me. I love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow night. Our special guest, Tom McLaughlin, director of Friday the 13th, Part 6, guys. Nights of Halloween continues here at Rockin' Studios. Rockin' Boxes presents, guys. I'm fired up. I'm ready to die. Johnny, stay with us, guys. Stay with us, Johnny.
All right.
All right.
Get easy.
All
right. Kipp. All right, guys. Love you guys. All right. Take care. See you tomorrow night. 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. Oh, yeah.